Wanted to show you guys how I'm getting started on a new project, and as always, the hope is to inspire people to make their own stuff, customize things, and try something new. So I think it's very well known that this Delta Plastiks Ford body is very good. It's been proven several times now in the 190 mile per hour range, and it's probably likely to crack the 200-mile mark pretty soon. What I wanted to do was maybe remove these, no need for louvers, same deal with the back louvers, and then either remove or reduce the canopy for a driver. I don't need that. Also, this angle here on the wheel arch isn't really ideal for aerodynamics. It's a pretty abrupt angle there. And similar for the back one. The other thing I don't love is this block here. If it was just straight without that block, I think it'd be pretty good. So anyway, just little changes. I'm not trying to do anything drastic, but obviously it's great. I don't want to ruin a good thing, but if I can make it a little better. So what I did, decided I'm going to make a plaster copy. And here is how I did it. So first, put on a piece of wood and trace around it. Then take that line where I had traced it, which was here, and cut inside about 3/4 of an inch or an inch inside from where that line was. So then cut out that opening as you saw. I then glued it with liquid nails, and you can still see the residue there of it. Now I painted the body first, and I left the film on the outside, so that way later on you could peel off the film and you still have a nice body. It protects it from the other steps like this. So after I glued it to the wood with liquid nails, I let it dry for about a day. I put the original box over this that the car came with, and I made a couple holes in the box in various spots and filled it with that expanding foam, and that will support the body so that it's not going to flex with the weight of the plaster on it. So then once the box is on here and you've got the foam in there to support it, flipped it over, and on the negative side where you're looking inside the body, I wiped it down with wax, and I didn't remove the wax. I left it on real heavy, and it worked perfectly. And I was able to fill this thing up with plaster. I mixed up about 10 to 15 pounds and did just kind of the first layer and down into the canopy and all that. Did another 15, and then whatever it took to final it off. It ended up taking me about 48 pounds of plaster to make this, and the color white kind of washes out in the camera. It doesn't focus well on something that bright. But anyway, gotten started on removing the canopy, and I'm gonna work on it. The rear tail pieces kind of broke on me, so I'm gonna fix that up. But anyway, it's a pretty decent copy. The front chipped right here. As I mentioned, it's 48 pounds, almost 50 pounds, and you definitely want to mount it or put it on a piece of wood, and then don't try to pick it up. Every time you try to pick it up, it's going to break these corners because it's so heavy. And anyway, it's a beast. It's gigantic and large and very solid. So I usually use like a putty knife and just real gently scrape layers off at a time, except here for the canopy I kind of went at it to remove a large amount. But that is what I'm working on, and I'm not going to be selling this to make money. I'm not stealing Delta Plastiks design here, but it's a really great body, and what I'd like to do is just improve on it a little bit and then see what that type of body can do. I think one of the things that makes this body really good, it's hard to see again with all the white, but it's how it lifts up right here at the rear. That creates a nice bit of downforce, and then it cleanly separates the air off. And then of course these ridges keep the air from spilling over the edge, so it maintains that downforce in the front. And then of course as it comes up higher in the rear, it works good for stabilization and keeping you going straight. So anyway, that's what I'm working on, and if somebody wants to give it a shot, now you know how I did it. It's a lot of plaster. I think it took like 3 cans of foam in there, and it's messy work, but gives you a good basis to start. And then ideally it'd be kind of like my other projects where you cast a mold off of this, and then go from there to make a body. For example, my 200 plus body, you can see it there. That's how I do it. Make a shape and then make a mold off of it, and then once you have that mold, you can make a body out of that mold. This one, getting close to finishing it. I need to put clear coat on it and it'll look real nice. So anyway, more on these projects soon. Thank you guys.